let's just take a minute to document the Scottish summer which has lasted all of today, because it's apparently meant to go away again tomorrow. Good morning. Oh, I haven't spoken yet this morning. It's Tuesday. I have just been out doing my check-in photos for Meg and I've just sent them off. And I'm feeling this horrible panicky feeling and my battery's about to run out. Are you recording? Yeah, sure. As I was saying before my battery ran out, I've got this really horrible anxiety feeling sitting on my chest, and I know that it's I was in bed and sleeping by 10:30 last night. Actually, Harry and Jack, God love them, let me sleep. I only got up to go to the toilet really. So I know it's I don't know if I told you, I've started this, it's called the Money Honey course by Amy the Spiritual Scientist. She's actually based in Glasgow. Got my squishy axolotl. Which kind of sticks to everything, so it's not ideal. But I have, I've started her course, and so you have your workbook that printed out, and the first section of it is all about nervous system regulation, because you can't manifest when your nervous system is in a state of panic or anxiety or whatever else. So actually I've just glanced down there and it says nervous system regulation and manifesting. Feel your feelings. Regulation doesn't mean you will always be calm. It means you have the capacity to return to baseline through feeling, or if you're too activated, use a technique to bring you closer to baseline before trying to feel the feeling. And then she actually talks about different methods that can help with help when your nervous system is dysregulated, because you've got 3 different states. So you've got your ventral vagal, which is the healthy window of tolerance, so you're calm. Your dorsal vagal, which is a freeze response, gut-based, numb, dissociated, and your sympathetic nervous system, which is adrenaline release, quick movement and reactions, moving first and thinking later, so the whole reacting rather than responding to a situation. I feel like I'm kind of going in currently to my sympathetic nervous system and in the dorsal vagal state right now. So a couple of the methods she mentioned, luckily I already do and incorporate, and one of them is my ice bath. So I'm just going to drink my concoction of coconut water and kombucha, which, by the way, don't shake up your kombucha, because I just shook up my shaker with it in it and it sprayed everywhere. I'm going to have that. I'm going to go out and do my ice bath and try and cultivate a feeling of calm. And then ideally I've got, today is a pool day training wise, because I've got one PT client, so I'm going to train while I'm there, which means I've now to do 35 minutes of cardio. So I'm actually going to, time allowing, walk out to the gym group, do my cardio there, and then, because I'm not going to the gym till later on, and I checked with Meg, I said I need to always do it after my training, and she said no, that was just initially while I was working in the gym and was there. It made sense to do it all in one, so that'll help. I'm going to do that. Hopefully I'll feel a bit. Oh, and then I'm meeting Mum for breakfast. I'm not getting very much work done.
Proceedings. He used to be the head of the IEA, the Institute for Economic Affairs. He opened proceedings with an response.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, fine. He's just helping me. He needs
and moans about the fact that there's another it's making you look like you've got oily skin because the light's so bright all the time. Lathering coconut oil. I don't like that. The bottom of our bathroom door is just I also love that the bamboo clean.
Hey, sit.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
What are we doing?
Want to pop in there now?
Yeah. Hello. I have just done my check-in spreadsheet and I was actually feeling quite good about like my progress, which has kind of accelerated over the last week since I've increased, well, we've increased cardio and whatnot. But then I made the mistake of looking on a girl's Instagram and then YouTube, who's also a figure competitor, and falling down a comparison trap and then panicking that she is going to be competing at the same time as me and just worrying about stupid things that are out with my control, and I don't know why I'm worrying about it, because I can only control not even my outcomes, because I don't know what's going to happen. And when you compete, it's very, very subjective on the day, in the sense that you literally just have to, it depends on what judges you get, what they're looking for, because that's the thing, like for all that you have like similar categories in different shows or federations, each federation then kind of has its own like micro criteria within each. Even the fact that in the BNBF, which is the British National Bodybuilding Federation, you have a bit more scope with the figure poses than you do with the UK DFBA, which is the UK Drug Free Bodybuilding Association. Even that, there's no like standardisation, there's no, I don't know, and there's been people who have won previously who I wouldn't necessarily, in my opinion, would have said or I would have expected to win, and vice versa. There's people who you think would be a complete shoe-in and they weren't. So really I've just kind of talked myself out of this whole thing. I don't know why I got myself in a tizzy. I'm going to go to bed now. But I just thought I would document that moment. Good night.
Hey, hope you're good. Thank you for sending everything over. We're going to start the diet break and deload early, rather than waiting a week. The body's just giving us signs that we need to, and to be fair, I'd probably rather run it earlier rather than later, because then we've got a good, a good kind of 7 weeks worth of fat loss before from the 2nd of September, where we will then should be ready to peak.
Harry was doing that really weird thing where hi, from the world's worst angle again. Like, I wish I could, actually I'll take a picture and I'll show you what you look like right now. This is you. Look how wonky you are. But we're going to try driving again. I don't know how I managed to get it sort of okay the first time and now it's just not working. Anyway, as I say, it's Thursday. Unsurprisingly, or maybe surprisingly, no, not surprisingly actually, I am in a bit of a funk, but it's because I'm at peak ovulation time. Oh, there's a funny green bug just landed on my screen. It's one of those ones that looks like a leaf. Fly away.
In chapter 42, one of the reasons I think he takes her to the closet to like...
It's like something like 5:15 or something. I had like a really, really good night's sleep. Ended up sleeping in a bit longer than I intended. 1 minute it was 7 o'clock and then the next minute it was 8:30. But I did get a good solid 8.5 hours sleep, which was much needed. See what's going on, I can't speak. And then my cleaner arrived, and I always feel like, especially when mum's there as well, like, number one, when the cleaner's there, I always feel like so awkward in my own house. And then I was trying to like have my breakfast, and then mum was there, and then I just felt like, I always feel like I need to like move from room to room, but then the cleaner kind of goes from room to room, like she never just does one room all at a time, she does like bits of rooms. Ended up, I went out for a wee walk, got my espresso cart, came back, and she'd gone by that point. And you know that way when you just can't focus on anything? And I was doing that whole hashtag ADHD thing of starting something, then getting distracted and doing that, and then jumping between things, and I basically don't really feel like I got much done today. Little bug, you need to fly off my screen or you're going to get like blown away, or I'll be taking you far away from your home. I've just been in just now for a sports massage, and I asked them to focus mainly on my back, because my back has just felt, especially my upper back, has felt a lot of like it's full of tension, and I felt quite like hunched over. And now I am on my way to Urban to get my nails done. I'm just getting my fingers done, and I'm actually quite proud of myself because I've hardly picked them. So there, it's the achievement of the day. But yeah, I was just in one of those, I've just been in one of those like weird, it kind of started yesterday if I'm honest, and I ended up, I can't remember if I put some clips in. Oh, I did manage to finish the tandem read after what feels like about 6 months, and I'm now on 2 days at the Morris Sake bookshop. But I just at one point yesterday, I made myself just lie on the sofa and read my book because I wasn't focusing on anything. I wasn't like, I just needed to try and switch off. So that's what I did. And I'm gonna read a couple of different books before. I've got one more book left in the Kingdom of Ash. Throne of Glass series, and the last book is Kingdom of Ash. But as I say, I want to read a couple of different books before I go back into that, and then after that I've got the Crescent City series to start. I'm actually genuinely quite looking forward to that, but they're big books. We will see what I decide to do. Thankfully Jack is a lot better, which has helped me not be as stressy. I can't remember if I've spoken to you about the diet break I'm doing. I think I might have put a clip of Meg's voice note in, but basically until Monday I am no training, no cardio, extra calories, so roughly about 300 extra calories a day, mainly from carbs, and just 10,000 steps. And I think I definitely need it, to be honest, because so yesterday I went and did my cardio because I was to start the diet break from today, and I was on the Stairmaster and I was only on level 3. Typically I do maybe level 4, level 5. Level 3, and I could not get my heart rate below about 134 beats a minute, and my digestion has slowed right up, and just everything, like Meg said as well, like I might not think that I need it, but like everything that's going on, you know, after my nan passing away, and just she reckoned that I need a few days just to kind of decompress. I was meant to be doing this diet break next week, but we pulled it forward a week, and then I'll need to get back into it because it's only 59 days until the BNBF, and I would be lying if I said that I was terrified, because that is not a long time at all, and I've still got a fair bit of fat to lose. But I haven't, I've registered, oh not registered, I've become a member of the BNBF, but I haven't actually registered for the show yet, so I suppose we could, if it comes to it, skip that show and then just focus on the UK DFBA, which is October, I think. Yeah, because one of the other shows was actually going to be the same weekend as the BNBF, but I thought it was too much for me to do like the BNBF. I think it's a Sunday actually. So I think the UK DFB is a Saturday. It would be too much just to do 2 shows like back to back, and especially when one of them, the BNBF's in Perth and the other one's in like down south. So I just don't want that stress. So I had previously contacted the UK DFBA and said, can I do like the later show? And they said that was fine, so that's what's happening. Good morning, happy Friday. I have just, it's 11:30, but I'm only just having my breakfast now. And I have been through and adapted my vision board for my phone. So there's no point in having a clear vision board if you can't see it. So I'm going through, and these are all like reviews for my skincare products. So I'm going through and filing them away so that my vision board will be nice and clean and clear. Okay, sorry if I'm shouting because I've got my headphones on. I have been working on the computer, doing some client check-in work, and I need to go, I've only to do 10,000 steps today. And this evening, I was meant to have clients at 3, 4 and 5, but my 5 o'clock's cancelled, so I'm going to get my food shop done. So I'll get a small chunk of steps done later, but right now I need to go and get money out for Gary. I am going to naturally go via espresso cart. Look how handsome this boy is. I'm so happy he's better. Don't know why I zoomed in there. And sorry if I'm shouting. But let's go. Hi. It is sometime later. Can't remember when I last spoke to you. It's now 8:20. I am just waiting on my 300 grams of potatoes in the air fryer doing their thing, making a cup of tea because I've taken a notion. My tea intake has reduced down significantly. Not necessarily like intentionally, it's just one of those things. Anyway, unless you have been living under a rock, you might have heard of the brand Odd Muse, who I feel like are everywhere at the moment, especially with Wimbledon being on. There's like people wearing it to Wimbledon, famous people, whatever. And I discovered that the founder, Amy Small, I think her name is, or Small, something like that, has a YouTube channel. And I am watching one of her vlogs, and I can't really see, this is it now. It's called Messed Up Orders, Thousands Spent but Growing a Brand Doesn't Stop weekly vlog. But what I thought was really good is the opening part of her vlog was her sat in her car looking like an emotional wreck. Because she was saying that it was a Monday morning, she'd worked all weekend, she had a full day of meetings ahead of her, and she just felt really, really overwhelmed, and she'd had a bit of a like down cry in the car, and never could I have related to something more. It was just so refreshing to see someone be honest for once, especially in the kind of business world. I just thought I would mention that. If I remember, and editing me remembers, remember while you're editing this, Melanie, I'll put her channel in the description box if you like that kind of thing. I figured because a few people have commented saying they like my videos and how open and honest and real I am, so I think you'll like hers too. Well, hello, it is Saturday afternoon. I am currently in East Kilbride. Well, I've just arrived because I have been invited for something very unusual. They're called Health Booster, and they basically do salt caves. They had reached out to me on Instagram, famous, and asked me if I wanted to come and try the salt cave things. And so I'm getting a private room for an hour. And I don't know, like I'm going to be in this room myself, so I'm like brought my book. I don't really know what to expect. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then afterwards they want to talk to me about, I think they said potentially developing a product. So that will be interesting. I don't know, I'm presuming I'll be allowed to take like my phone and my camera in, but we'll see. I'm in the salt room. So this is pumping in salt into the ear. Obviously there's salt all over the place. There's salt on the floor. So I'm just going to chill for an hour. Read my book. My battery's dying. See you on the other side. Hello, welcome to my corner of the kitchen. As per, it is sometime considerably later. Not only did I forget to take batteries with me, but when I actually got home, all 3 of my replacement batteries were out of charge. So I am just charging them right now, and this is the first one that's charged up. I really enjoyed the Salt Cave experience. So when I went in, I had taken in my Illusion of Money book that I'm reading at the minute, and I thought, oh, I'll read that. And then just when I went in, like I couldn't really like concentrate on it, and plus I'd got to the end of a chapter where it wanted you to do an exercise, so I actually ended up doing like a 45-minute meditation, which was lovely. I might have had a micro nap as well. If I remember, and I haven't deleted them off my phone, I'll put some clips in of like what it looked like. Well, I showed you, didn't I? But basically it was like salt literally from floor to ceiling. And when you're in there, when you're doing a booking, you can book either individual couples or like group cave sessions. And they've also got a like child's salt cave, which I think is an amazing idea, because it enables, if your child's got any like respiratory systems or whatever, they can just play away and they're breathing in the benefits of the salt, and they're not even realising that they're getting treated as such. Anyway, after that I still had some steps to do, so I decided actually to go to Silverburn, primarily to go to Waterstones if I'm honest, and then I ended up spending a small fortune. I also went into Victoria's Secret and got a wee something. I am going to do a book haul, but I might show you what I got, just because I just love getting them out and looking at them. So I love in Waterstones, they always have like this wall where it's like, sorry, that was not a good angle. They always have this wall of like the new in stuff. And this was the first one that I saw. I have never heard of this before, and I've not heard of this author, Sarah Beth Durst. And it's called The Spell Shop. And then when I was talking to the guy at the checkout, he was saying that, he was like, oh, you've got The Spell Shop. So I just saw, when you open up the cover, is The Spell Shop is a heartwarming, cosy fantasy about stolen spell books, starting over and finding love in the unlikeliest of places. I'm very much into the whole cosy. There's that magpie harassing Harry again. It's a natural cycle. I'm very much in my cosy fantasy era at the moment. Talking of which, second cosy fantasy book. Can't spell treason without T. Apparently this is meant to be another cosy fantasy. Then 2 books which I want to remember and take off my Amazon wish list because, well, I bought them today. The Wren in the Holy Library. Now, who did I see talking about this? Someone on YouTube. And it actually sounds incredible. In a world where monsters are real, a thief should be careful who she steals from. Oh, The Wren in the Holy Library is the start of an addictive dark fantasy romance series from Katie Lynn, perfect for fans of V.E. Schwab and Holly Black. And then, last but not least, City of Stardust. And what's this one about? Oh, that inside one, this one's nice. For centuries, Everleighs have seen the brightest and best disappear, taken as punishment for a crime no one remembers, for a purpose no one understands. Their tormentor is a woman named Penelope, who never ages, never grows sick, and never forgives a debt. So, handily, all of these had £3 off. And then when I got to the checkout, I had £5 left on my gift card, and I also had £10 on my Waterstones loyalty card thing. So I feel like my purchases were totally justified. I'm actually... Did I tell you I finished the tandem read? I'm currently reading Days at the Morisaki bookshop, which I reckon I could probably finish either tonight or tomorrow if I'm honest, because it's lovely and short. And I quite fancy, now that I've got these, reading one of these, and then I'll maybe get into Kingdom of Ash, because I'm actually really, really keen to start the Crescent City series, strangely enough, so we'll see. But also, this is something I got ages ago. Excuse the fact that it's very, very squint. My dad is going to come in here and freak out. And then I debated about where to put this. So it's called My Life in Weeks, and basically it is a humongous kind of... Now, they're not very optimistic that you won't live by 85, but it's basically, as the title suggests, your life in weeks. So I used Google and I am currently here. So I need to go back from this point forward and fill all this in. But basically you like obviously fill in a little dot every week. Some people might think that's morbid. I just feel like I want a visual reminder of... So it's like what the guy says in that Illusion of Money book that I keep going on about. We have our perceptions the wrong way around. So we think that we've got like limitless amounts of time and money is like a precious resource, when in actual fact it's money that's limitless. There's nothing that says that you can't earn billions upon billions of pounds, whereas time is very finite. And I just wanted this as a reminder, basically. Hello! Oh my goodness! Where have you been? Have you been talking to that magpie? Anyway, I have... Look at the state one here. I was using all these, what do you call it, books and magazines to weigh down that thing after I took it out this tube, which I reckon I can bin now. Oh, sorry honey. So I'm just waiting on the vlog footage importing. I don't know if I'm going to get it all edited tonight, but I just wanted to get it imported because I want to do a little bit of finance work, talking about money. And I'm meeting my friend Holly for a walk tomorrow and coffee at 10:30. Then Lee's coming over sometime in the afternoon. He wants to watch the Euros. I have zero interest in watching this football. I might just read my book while he's watching it. That's what's been happening. Hope you've had a good Saturday. Might speak to you in a wee while, might not. Don't know. I'm going to get tidied up. Harry. Hello, again, although I don't think I've spoken to you yet, I think I've just shown you things. It has been a very busy Sunday already, and it's only 20 to 2. I met my lovely friend Holly this morning for coffee and a walk, espresso cart naturally. We haven't seen each other for months and months and months. She actually started out as my PT client, and then we became really close and friendly, and she's just amazing. She's going through IVF at the moment, and I don't know how she's doing it, to be honest. Then I into Tesco, and I ended up getting, well, my lovely friend Emma, other Emma that does my lashes, she very kindly gave me her, because she works for Tesco, she gave me her staff discount. Shh, don't tell anyone. And so I got a couple of books that I've been wanting, and I also randomly found a big, I've been looking at, because I want to do up my office, and I actually want to make it into a wee room for Lee's wee girl. I actually found, like, I've been looking at, I didn't know if I wanted to get, because she's not always going to come and stay all the time, but I'd been looking at like fold out beds. So I've got like a fold out bed for her, like a kind of blow up one. And I need to actually go back into Tesco now because I need to get him beer. But I went and took a pair of trainers that I bought. I took them back to JD because I just thought I'm not actually going to wear them, and I want to take them back while the returns policy is still in place. And then on the way back from there, I popped into Boots and got my favourite SPF, tinted SPF, and it was on offer, so that was a win. And then I actually just went into the British Heart Foundation, the furniture shop, and I found a bookcase. So I'm just going to pick that up after I've been in here. Bookcase has been acquired. Hello. This is the worst angle known to man, I think. But it is nearly 11:30. My going to bed early thing's going really well. Not. Lee's not long left, and he had helped me. We were watching the cup final, the England-Spain game, and then he's got like sciatica, but he insisted on, I totally forgot about the bookcase sticking out the back of my truck, and it had been raining, so he insisted on bringing it up the stairs. And initially he just put it in the living room, but Jack was sniffing about it, and I thought, I'm going to hear during the night like a clatter or something, and this is going to have fallen over. So I spent ages trying to, I felt like that scene in Austin Powers when he was trying to do the 3-point turn in the wee van thing in it. But I managed to get it lying down in the office. And then Harry decided to bring me in a giant moth. Luckily it was dead, because there was one time we brought one in and it wasn't, and it was flying about everywhere. And then I don't know where the evening's going. But thank you for watching as always. I really, really appreciate you being here. And I'll see you hopefully when I'm not so sleepy.